Yo, what's good guys? In this video we're going to be going over my 2022 version of the 2x2 base. This base utilizes a door push bunker with a ramp in the front, as well as having around 20 large boxes worth of storage. So to get started, you just want 2 lower foundations and 2 higher foundations. Fill the rest in with low walls. And then you're going to put regular walls all the way around the lower foundations with 2 door frames if you would like vending machine storage. If you don't want the vending machine storage, just put regular walls where those single door frames are. And then a double door to seal yourself in. And throw your TC in the corner. This is your starter base. It's very cheap to put down, basically just a 2x1. And at this point you will have your bags and maybe some furnaces in here, and you'll need to get some large boxes down before you proceed to anything else. Don't really need to fill up both of these squares, as your furnaces and bags will probably be over here. But at some point you will need to throw these boxes down in here, and I would recommend expanding the other 2 squares next. Also, don't forget to put this double door down for some added protection on your TC before you get these other 2 squares completed. And now out here, we're going to put a wall over here, and then on the opposite side of this wall is where you can put a 3rd vending machine if you would like to do so. Otherwise, you can just put a raised foundation here and a wall. If you're putting the vending machine down, you want to put a lower foundation with that low wall, and then a higher foundation to the left of it, and then a floor, and close it in. Wall this off, put a single door frame first, and then a double door frame to the left. Outside, we'll put 2 lower foundations in front of the bunker, and a higher foundation for our airlock. You'll need a box or a furnace or something to jump up. Next, we will wall in the lower foundations with half walls, normal walls, and put a single door frame there, and put the ceilings on along with our door. Leave the 2nd door off for now to decide if whether or not you would like to do the drop box area above these furnaces. Put the half wall in between these 2 triangles, make sure it's facing the correct way, and put 2 furnaces down. If you don't have all 6 just yet, leave this door off for now and put the ramp in here instead. And inside to the right, you should still have this area open, and you can put some twig down here so that you can build this half height wall above the ramp. Over here, you want a double door frame. Get that down right away. Now for the area where you can add extra boxes for drop off, this is optional, as it's kind of tricky to get the door down and the boxes inside down unless you have a garage door right away. Another thing you could do is leave the middle triangle open, this one right in front of us where we're placing a box. You could leave that one not there and just have this first triangle with a couple small boxes until you get a garage door, because there will be a half wall above the ramp. And if there are boxes up there already, you won't be able to put the door down, so you have to pick them up and put them down. And once you have your airlock complete like we just did, it's going to be impossible to get 2 large boxes inside of there, so you'll need to do that first. Otherwise, if you decide to do this later, the way that you get the boxes inside of here is just stand on a small box, and then you can squeeze a large box and a small box inside of your drop-off area. Make sure that you are able to put down this double door above these furnaces next to the ramp. Otherwise, you'll have to pick your boxes back up. We can put that down right now facing inwards, and then we will add the final half height floor over here. And now you have a little bunker Inside here is where you can have some furnaces. You could put them down earlier, right now, whenever you want to. Throw your tier 1, tier 2 workbench in here for now until we get the rest of the inside of the base done. We're gonna put a single door frame there, get our door down here, make sure it opens inward, and throw a fire pit on the ground just a little bit away from the ramp so that you can stand on it and get pushed in by the door easily. Inside here, we can fit a large box and 2 smaller boxes. And keep in mind, to upgrade this ramp, you will have to pick these 3 boxes up and destroy the fireplace. Just kind of wiggle that guy in the back over there. And then the one on the inside, you want to try to put it as close to the door frame as possible to protect you from getting your head stuck up in the floor. Otherwise, you'll have to F1 kill to get out. So you can see here, we put it too far forward, but we also don't want it shoved all the way up against the wall. This will just assist a little bit with making sure that you don't get stuck in your bunker, which does happen sometimes and it's unfortunate, but it's just the way it goes. Up above, we can fit 2 more large boxes. And now we can begin to honeycomb on the outside. You can put these boxes down later. I'm just throwing them in as we go. Outside, you basically want a lower foundation wherever you have a half wall, as you cannot place one, and then a high foundation wherever there is no half wall. So we have a half wall here, low foundation, no half wall, high foundation, and then low wall, all of the low foundations in, and finish your honeycomb on the outside of your base. You don't need to put the floors down on anything besides where the single doors are for the vending machines. And then, of course, up on the roof, we'll put our rocket splash damage protection honeycomb. Just a bunch of half walls around the 2x2 in the center. And then we will continue to finish the inside loot rooms. From the outside, you can't really tell that it's a bunker base 2x2, which is why I like to have this in my 2x2 arsenal. If you're server hopping a lot, playing on the same server with multiple bases, it's good to switch them up and not use the exact same thing for every single base. So this is just a good option to have in your 2x2 build repertoire. So now we're going to start adding our vending machines where those single doors are on the inside. Put a locker here with a fire pit that you can actually use. And this is where your bags will end up going forever. You can really only fit 2 bags inside this base unless you expand the airlock out on the front, because inside here, we're going to move our workbench over to. And also keep in mind, when you place this triangle down, you will not be able to upgrade that wall. So you'll have to pick a box up to upgrade the wall, unless you decide that you would like to upgrade the wall before you put the triangle down. It can sometimes be quite a bitch to get this box back in there once you pick it up. So just keep that in mind. The box in that corner will have to be empty so you can crawl over and upgrade this, or you'll have to upgrade it before you put these triangles down, and that goes for both of these. So now we're just going to take these 2 doors off on the inside and get our vending machines in here. Make sure you also place a floor there so that you can place the vending machine. And then we'll get our tier 2, tier 3, tier 1, whichever workbench you have. We'll go right here. Don't forget to put your boxes under there. And inside of here, we can expand this loot room further by throwing another box down here with 2 small boxes. And we will place a triangle on the left wall, which links up to the half height wall above the ramp bunker. Jump around in here a bit until you can get up on top of the triangle, and you'll be able to fit another box and 2 more smaller boxes. And now you are pretty much done with the base. You can add some quality of life lamps on top of these boxes. They don't completely allow you to walk seamlessly through the base, but they do help you not get stuck in between the triangle and the wall. You can access that box in the back like I just showed you. Throw some more little lanterns down over here. Just makes it so that you don't get stuck down in there. You could also put bean can lamps in here. If you place them correctly, it does allow you to seamlessly walk over the top. So now we're going to leave this as a double door. And this door, we're going to switch to a garage door. If you do decide to upgrade the other one, you're going to want to switch it to an armored door, as we'll be using this door to place our research bench and repair bench. And if it is not a double door, we are not able to do that. Make sure you always have a hammer on you before you do this, or at least make sure you have some wood or a hammer inside this room. If you trap yourself in here, you're gonna have to F1 kill and spawn in your bag. And you can see that we can place the research bench like so. Pick it up when you're done. And with the repair bench, you can kind of leave it there and hop over top of it. So if you're in the middle of a raid nearby your main base, you can leave your repair bench there and still access your TC for materials. You may need to pick up a few boxes here and there to upgrade a few walls, like inside this room. Otherwise, you have easy access to every single wall and foundation in the base when you're ready to upgrade to sheet metal. If you're going to upgrade this room, make sure you leave these doors as sheet metal, as I've had some issues with the armored doors. You could maybe change the double door to an armored door. And if you're going to upgrade it, maybe upgrade it to armored for the ramp. And like I said before, this is optional in here for the drop off. Just remember, if you do place any boxes up inside of here, you will have to pick them up to place a door down if you don't have the door down before the boxes. Also, another reminder, don't forget you have to pick those 3 boxes up off of the ramp before you can upgrade it, and destroy the fire pit next to it if you placed it very closely. And you can stand on a box to get these 2 boxes in here for your drop off, and if you place them correctly, you can also fit a fire pit in here as well. So beyond your airlock, you've got 6 furnaces, about 2 boxes of drop off, a few boxes here for charcoal, 2 boxes up there for whatever you want, an area where you spawn in, got a locker for kits, a vending machine for guns, huge loot room with about 20 boxes overall in the entire base. And this concludes the tutorial for this ramp door push bunker base Rust 2022 2x2 base design. Yet another one to add to your repertoire so that you can mix it up here and there and confuse raiders. I'll catch you guys in the next one.